Introducing our official partners. IVF Matters, leading the way in fertility care. And Cancer Aid and Research Foundation. Last time we tackled 10 of the most common medical myths, from vaccines to detox cleanses. But the world of medicine is full of half-truths that just won't die. From you only use 10% of your brain to protein equals muscles, we're separating fact from fiction with the science to prove it. Get ready to learn the science they didn't teach you in high school. Myth number 11. You only use 10% of your brain. What people believe. The idea that we use just 10% of our brain, and if we could unlock the rest, we'd have superpowers. Movies like Lucy and Limitless built entire plots around it. What the science shows. You use nearly all of your brain all the time. The brain demands about 20% of your body's total energy, which is enormous and would make no sense if 90% of it were idle. How we know. Functional MRI and PET scans show activity across almost every region of the brain, even during simple tasks like listening, walking, or daydreaming. The myth likely originated from misinterpreting a statement that scientists only understood 10% of the brain's functions. The verdict. So unless you're a zombie, your whole brain is online. Myth number 12. Vitamin C prevents colds. What people believe. Loading up on vitamin C, either daily or at the first sign of sniffles, will prevent you from catching a cold. What the science shows. Vitamin C does not prevent colds for most people. Cochrane meta-analyses covering thousands of individuals show no significant protective effect from regular supplementation. How we know. Taking vitamin C regularly, not just when symptoms start, might shorten the duration of the illness slightly, by about half a day. It offers minimal preventative benefit, but might offer small symptomatic relief. The verdict. So enjoy that orange juice, just don't expect it to make you invincible. Myth number 13. You can sweat out toxins. What people believe. Hitting the sauna or doing a tough workout helps you sweat out toxins, clearing your body of waste products. What the science shows. Sweat's primary job is cooling you down. It's made mostly of water and salt with only tiny, insignificant traces of waste. It doesn't remove toxins in any meaningful way. How we know. Your liver and kidneys are the dedicated detoxification organs, working constantly. Sweating more doesn't make them work better. It mainly leads to dehydration. The verdict. The next time someone says they're sweating out the bad vibes, tell them to thank their liver instead. Myth 14. Fever is dangerous and must be treated immediately. What people believe. A fever is a dangerous symptom that must be suppressed immediately with medication to prevent harm. What the science shows. Most fevers are your body's defense mechanism, not your enemy. Fever helps your immune system fight infections more efficiently by creating an environment where viruses and bacteria struggle to multiply. How we know. Medical guidance advises that unless a fever is dangerously high or causes severe distress, there is no need to aggressively suppress it. The verdict. Don't fear the fever, respect it. It's your body's built-in heat shield. Myth 15. Carbs are bad for you. What people believe. All carbohydrates are bad for you, contribute to weight gain, and should be removed entirely from the diet. What the science shows. Carbohydrates are your body's primary and preferred fuel source. The key distinction is the quality of the carbs. Refined sugars and processed white flours are problematic, but whole grains, fruits, and legumes are essential. How we know. Nutrient balance studies show that the fibers and complex starches in whole food sources are vital for gut health, stable energy, and overall metabolism. The verdict. Cutting carbs entirely is like taking the engine out of your car and expecting to drive faster. Myth 16. Going out with wet hair makes you sick. What people believe. Exposing yourself to cold air with wet hair will directly cause you to catch a cold or the flu. What the science shows. Viruses cause colds, not temperature. Getting chilled only makes you feel cold and shiver. It doesn't instantly inject a pathogen into your system. How we know. Cold, dry air can temporarily weaken the natural mucus and immune defenses in the nose, making it easier for a pre-existing virus to take hold. But wet hair itself is just an innocent bystander. The verdict. So yes, you might catch a chill, but not the flu. Myth 17. Reading in dim light ruins your eyesight. What people believe. Reading or looking at screens in the dark or in very dim light will cause permanent damage to your vision. What the science shows. Dim light does not cause permanent eye damage. It might make your eye muscles work harder, leading to temporary symptoms. How we know. Extended reading in low light causes temporary eye strain, fatigue, dryness, or headache, but the strain doesn't cause any physical or anatomical destruction to the structure of the eye. The verdict. So feel free to read that mystery novel in bed. Your eyes will forgive you. Myth 18. Cracking your back realigns your bones. What people believe. That satisfying popping sound when you twist or manipulate your back is proof that your spine has been realigned or your bones have been put back in place. What the science shows. That pop is not your bones moving or realigning. It's the sound of gas bubbles in the synovial fluid of your joints collapsing, the same phenomenon that happens when you crack your knuckles. How we know. Imaging studies confirm the sound is gas release, not bone movements. While manipulation can temporarily relieve muscle tension, it does not permanently reposition vertebrae. The verdict. So yes, it feels great, but no, you didn't fix your spine. Myth 19. You should remove all fat from your diet. What people believe. Dietary fat is universally bad and unhealthy, and the best way to be healthy is to choose low-fat or fat-free products exclusively. What the science shows. You need fat to survive. Healthy fats, like monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats found in avocados, olive oil, and fish, are essential for building cell membranes, producing hormones, and absorbing crucial vitamins A, D, E, and K. How we know. Studies show cutting out all fat harms metabolism and brain function. The health issues are primarily linked to saturated and processed trans fats, not healthy, whole food fats. The verdict. The goal isn't to live fat-free, it's to live fat-smart. Myth 20. More protein always means more muscle. What people believe. The more protein you consume, especially in the form of supplements and shakes, the faster and bigger your muscles will grow. What the science shows. Your body has a ceiling for how much protein it can use for muscle synthesis. For most people training intensely, this maxes out between 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. How we know. Excess protein beyond that limit is simply broken down and either burned for energy or stored as fat. It doesn't accelerate muscle growth. Growth is primarily determined by training stimulus and overall calorie balance. The verdict. Protein helps you grow, but training tells your body what to grow. Conclusion. As we reach the conclusion, remember that controlling your health starts with accurate information. You don't have to be a doctor, but you should know how your body really works. The myths we debunked today, from the 10% brain myth to the protein obsession, show that the truth is often much simpler and more empowering. Be smart, check your sources, and don't fall for the simple fixes. Introducing our official partners. IVF Matters, leading the way in fertility care. And Cancer Aid and Research Foundation.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights on appraisals, revalidation, and interesting topics in healthcare.